Celebrities are just like us. Welcome back to Mighty Race Later, where we're here for a good time, not a long time. So let's get into it. The realest thing I've heard a celebrity say recently was George Clooney explaining why he doesn't have social media. George quipped, "Because I drink. 3 a.m., my Mother Teresa joke might not play so well when I wake up the next day." I love that man. And who would have thought Russel Brand was just like the rest of us? He too had thoughts on Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau dating. Russel and Katy divorced in 2012 after about a year of marriage. He called the former prime minister a globalist stooge and said he didn't want to be in the same category as that guy. I'm sure our favorite Canadian politician would agree that he also doesn't want to be in the same category with Russel Brand, who, by the way, said all of this at a Turning Point USA event, which I guess makes sense since he's due in court next week on multiple sexual assault charges. Turning Point is kind of a clubhouse for those guys, right? So one of my 2025 predictions was that Blake Lively would quietly settle the Justin Baldoni lawsuit, spinning it as needing to move past this and heal. There's a mandatory settlement conference in February, but clearly I got that one wrong. Right now, it feels like her only real goal is to make Justin look bad. She can't win unless he loses. So regardless of the trial verdict, Blake is victorious if Justin is the villain who minimizes women and deserves to be canceled. The latest move is her renewed request for sanctions, which conveniently lets her team reveal that Justin's lawyers asked about her sexual history during depositions. Typically in deposition, you only object to the form of the question or to preserve the issue for trial, but the witness still answers regardless of relevance. So I understand her plan, but it's not a good one. Blake is banking on everyone eventually siding with her, when what we really need is a chance to forget she exists for a while. And now on to our favorite fall soap opera, which is ending the year strong. Puka Nacua, the Rams wide receiver, is the breakout star. He went on a live podcast, and in the middle of talking about gambling and not eating vegetables, he declared that concussions aren't real, the refs make calls just to get on camera, and he made an anti-Semitic hand gesture. Coach Sean McVay talked to him, Puka apologized, then 2 days later took to X to once again criticize the refs. Look, I feel bad for the guy. He's 24, and he wanted to be one of the cool kids. He wanted the attention, the laughs, the notoriety. And to be honest, I had no idea that hand gesture was offensive, so I totally believe that he didn't either. He's acting like a normal 24-year-old. But he's not. He's a professional football player who is paid a lot of money to be a representative of a billion-dollar corporation. Puka is still under a rookie contract and is only making $1 million a year, which is almost nothing in the NFL, but it is 25 times the national average for 24-year-olds. If you want to live like other young adults with limited consequences, then don't play football. Don't take the millions in endorsements. Otherwise, find a new way for strangers to validate you, like maybe enjoying the cheers of 70,000 fans on any given Sunday. Another young player, Diego Pavia, the Vanderbilt quarterback, made headlines last week. He was the runner-up for the Heisman. The Heisman Trophy is given to the most outstanding college football player. Diego was clearly not happy to be the runner-up. He posted pictures with F the Voters and F Indiana, a reference to their quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, who did win the Heisman. Hopefully, Diego and Puka will grow up a little bit, because they are both incredibly talented and could have long careers in the NFL. The cautionary tale is Johnny Manziel, who is still getting in his own way. He won the Heisman in 2012 as a freshman at Texas A&M, was a first-round draft pick, and then only played 14 games as a pro due to his off-field behavior. Johnny Manziel was scheduled to be on ESPN's College Game Day ahead of his alma mater's playoff debut last weekend. He was also expected to be part of the Bleacher Report's pregame. He missed both shows with no immediate reason why. In his mandatory insincere social media apology, he alluded to not feeling well. But Instagram revealed Johnny was at the Jake Paul fight the night before in Miami. The match ended at midnight, and the pregame show started at 9 a.m., 1,200 miles away. So when he said he would have done anything to have been there, he clearly didn't mean prioritizing the good press over a boxing match. And while other ex-NFL players would have had a jet on standby, I don't think Johnny Football has private plane kind of money. As the NFL playoff picture comes into focus, we know a few things. The Kansas City Chiefs will be home in January for the first time in 10 years. The Philadelphia Eagles won the NFC East, the first back-to-back winner of that division in 20 years. Drew Brees is a pretty good analyst who doesn't annoy me like most of his Fox colleagues. And the Chicago Bears are peaking at the right time. Their coach is intense, attractive, and just the right amount of crazy. And lastly, Happy Winter Solstice. December 21st was my grandfather's favorite day of the year because every day afterwards gets a little bit brighter. As we end 2025, my wish for you is that every day gets a little bit brighter.